Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Shim. I'm with Workplace Wizards. We are a restaurant consulting company. We have many services, one of which is we sell restaurant forms, checklists, and spreadsheets. And I want to take you to our website real quick. There we go. The URL address is www.workplacewizards.com. Uh, as you can see on in our website, we have many services under this heading right here: consulting, assessments, training, how to start a restaurant, restaurant consulting. We also do food and alcohol certification for both manager training, food handling, and alcohol server education. You click on one of these links. For instance, you click here. Here we go, and it takes you to the food safety manager training. And there's a state chart here. So let's say you're from Pennsylvania. You click on Pennsylvania, and it takes you to the Pennsylvania page. Now, any state, if you click on any state, it'll take you to a specific state's package for either the manager, food safety, or the certification exam. All right, so all you have to do is hit enroll, pay for the course. It's the same as SurfSafe. It's the same goes for any other form that you can think of that we have. Let's go back. All right, so take a quick brief thing here real quick. Go to your home page, and if you scroll down on my home page, you're going to see that we have categories, and I made them a little bit simpler. Uh, for all our quick reference charts, spreadsheets, forms, and training manuals, click here. You got restaurant management forms, you got restaurant kitchen forms and spreadsheets, cash control forms, let's see, the front of the house forms and checklists and spreadsheets, labor forms, cleaning forms, etc. A little more information down here about what we have to offer. If you go to the restaurant forms page heading here, uh, you can access it by department here as well, or you can just hit restaurant forms. And basically, you're going to have all our forms listed here. All right, so that gives you a brief rundown on where you can find additional forms. Let's go ahead and get back to the spreadsheet that we're going to be talking about today. We just created this. It took me several months because it's a very large system. It's called the Food Inventory Labor Management System. In short, it's called FILMS. Now, I have created a home page with buttons so that you can easily access and see where you need to go. If I would have left them down here on these tabs, there are so many tabs. It's ridiculous that you probably would get confused and aggravated because it's hard to locate. So basically, what I've done, I made it a little bit easier for you to access the system. So I'm going to close this off, and what you'll do is you'll have a home page button on every page to get you back to the home page. All right, so we have video tutorials here. The one that we're talking about today is the film introduction, part one. There are approximately 9 parts to the video tutorials that you'll get off of YouTube and on my homepage. You got the calendar, phone list, daily sales, vendor log, and department totals, inventory for paper and a food costing tool, manager employee labor, product count and order, and P&L and customer count and sales charts. We have subheadings up here. Basically, you got your intro, uh, introductions to films. This is just basically how to create from a template, because we're going to send you, when you purchase films, a template. Now, that template is going to be a master sheet. So every time you create a new month, you're going to the template. But before you even create your first month, you got to go on the template and set it up. You got to do your set up an inventory, you got to set up your prices, you got to set up your employee information, and then that will be your template. Once you're done, you're going to save it and you're going to call it, for instance, January 1st, 2016 films. And then that'll be your first month. And then at the end of the month, you're going to save that file and create a file on your desktop, slip it in, and create another month from the template. So in case you lose that template or you cause an issue with one of the formulas, you can definitely reach me at workplacewizards@gmail.com, or you can call me at 800-753 0657. Let me know your situation, and I'll send you free of charge another films so you can continue going on that. All right, so just make sure you read this. This is very, very important. This area down here, you don't want to touch this area. The only thing you want to do is you can change these things around. So if you have a position that's not in here or one that is, put it in, because this goes into the employee information sheet. And same thing with the managers. They're broke down between employees and managers. So I advise you to read the information and instructions areas. Calendar, very simple. We're going to be talking about these in the video tutorial. So I just want to go through here. Business phone list, employee phone list, manager phone list will be under your phone list tutorial. You have your daily sales instructions. Now we've broken down daily sales in 3 different shifts. Mainly because, let's say you have a third shift, you're open 24 hours, you're a diner, you got shift 1, 2, and 3. You can track the sales by shift, just in case there's shift shortages, cash shortages, or if there's a specific issue with comps, you can track it down to a specific shift, rather than dumping all the sales into one shift. If you are a lunch and dinner, or if you're breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you can do shift 1, 2, 3 for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or if you just do lunch and dinner, then you can do shift 1, shift 2. Or you can just dump all your sales at the end of the night for the whole day to shift 1, but it'd be easier for you to just go ahead and break them down. You have your sales, daily sales in a glance sheet, which we'll discuss in your daily sales tutorial. It gives you a breakdown of everything right here, easy to track, easy to glance. Vendor instructions, you got a log, and then you have a vendor department totals. This is where your employee, your manager, during the check-in procedure would log certain information, and the item number, the item itself, the price, it cost, and if there were any credits, you put them in. And then again, this right down here is your department totals. It gives you a breakdown, etc. Now we have paper inventory and we have food cost. You got your food paper inventory instructions here. You have a count sheet. You print it out, put it on a clipboard. You walk around, you do your counts. You have the input sheets for week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We recommend you do inventory every week, so that way you can catch the problem quicker and lose less money. All right. So when you print out your sheets and you're done with your counts, you're going to transfer the counts onto the corresponding week. So if you had a count here and you're done and it's week 2, go to week 2, input all the information. Once you're done with that, that information is going to populate down to the inventory percentages, and you'll be able to view your food cost percent. We got some information about food cost information, and I also have a menu costing tool. All right, so you got menu costing information, how to use it, a little bit of information about it. You got your instructions, and you got the actual tool itself. Your paper inventory is the same as your food inventory. You got a printout sheet, and again, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason why we have a week 5, there'll be some weeks where weeks might dip into the week 5. It might be a longer month. Again, you got your paper inventory percentages. So once you enter in, you print your printout sheet, input the information in the corresponding month, and then you'll see your percentages. Now I broke this down per week. You don't have to do it per week. You can just go into week 1 and just pretend it's a monthly paper cost. I would definitely do some sort of a paper inventory, because you want to know where you stand with money, etc. Let's see here. I have an employee manager schedule, labor dollars, and a time clock. So you have an employee information sheet, which is right here. You have to enter all this information in when you hire employees. Again, during the tutorial on the video, you'll see how this is done. We have a weekly schedule instructions. You got a front of the house scheduler, back of the house scheduler, a management scheduler. We have an employee schedule request off form. We have employee time card printout, and we have a manager time card printout. Down below here is your actual labor stuff. Labor dollars instructions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of labor information. Week 1 would be labor hours. Week 2 is labor dollars. So basically, the time clock would be under labor hours. You put in your in time, out time, if there were any breaks. It's going to give you a hours. The hours will automatically populate to the dollars page, and you'll be able to see how much you can be paying your employees. You got a labor cost percentage. So as you enter the information, it's going to populate automatically to your percentage page, and you'll be able to view your labor cost percentage by day, by week, by month. We have food order sheets in Excel. We have the food paper order instructions, and these instructions basically go for as well for your cleaning chemical order sheets and your small orders and general order sheets. So you have your count and order. So basically, you're going to click on it, and that's actually going to be your count sheets. You're able to print it. You're going to do your inventory for your counts, what you have on hand, and you can come back and you can put in your order. Again, this right here is under product count order, and there's a tutorial, and they'll further break down how it works. We also have a paper order, count order, chemical cleaning, and small orders and general order. Your general order, you could use office supplies. It could be other supplies that are not mentioned above. You can kind of insert it there as well. We have a P&L spreadsheet. We have benchmark percentages. This is pretty cool. It gives you your prime cost information, what the typical national average for bottled beer percentages. You got your coffee. It's all broken down. Paper cost, it tells you exactly what you should expect between 1 to 2% of total sales. Limited services, 3 to 4%. So it has a lot of good information here. Payroll costs, management, salaries, employee benefits. It's all divided up, so I would definitely use this as a guideline so you can see where you stand, especially on paper, as we were discussing before. If you do your paper inventory, you discover that you're at 6 or 7%, you've got problems. So that's why I say you should go ahead and do an inventory at least once a month so you can see where you stand on paper, because if it's out of line, you're losing lots of money. If you don't do a paper cost, you could be losing thousands of dollars in a year's time because you're not monitoring what you're spending. All right, so you definitely want to keep that tracked. All right, so let's go back to home. You got your P&L monthly spreadsheet, which is here. Again, we'll document during the tutorial to show you how it actually works. It's a customer count spreadsheet, rather chart, and a restaurant revenue chart. All right, so I kind of explained everything about what we have available and what we can offer you. I would definitely check us out on our website, and if you need to contact us, again, contact us at workplacewizards@gmail.com, and you can call us direct at 800-753-3657. I invite you to check out our other videos, part 1's for calendar, part 2's phone list, etc. 8 parts total, and you folks have a great day. Thank you for joining us.